Hey, don't talk to them. Don't answer any questions. You only incriminate yourself.
You're impeding my investigation.
I'm not impeding nothing. That's free speech.
Hey, listen.
That's free speech. I have a right to free speech.
If you don't go over there right now, I will arrest you.
For what?
Which I don't want to do.
For what?
You're impeding my investigation.
That's physical, man. I'm not impeding anything.
Okay.
June 17th, 2022. San Joaquin Jr. and friends spot a traffic stop in Bakersfield, California. The incident was live-streamed on Junior's news network on YouTube. A link to the full stream is in the description below. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel while you're over there. Like good, upstanding citizens who care about their community would do, they pulled out their cameras to record the police. Junior takes it even one step further and dares to articulate verbally that one has the right to remain silent when dealing with the police. I've actually learned recently that a lot of people genuinely didn't realize that they have the right to remain silent even if the police haven't told them they have that right yet. But think about it, when cops ask if they can search your vehicle, do they also tell you that you have the right to be free from warrantless searches and seizures? No, they don't. Because cops don't want you to actually know your rights, because then they'd have a hard time meeting their quotas.
Get your name and badge number real quick.
It's Gary 153.
What was that? What was the badge number?
It's Gary 153.
953? Thank you, man. Hey, don't talk to them. Don't answer any questions. You only incriminate yourself.
You're impeding my investigation.
I'm not impeding nothing. That's free speech.
Hey, listen.
That's free speech. I have a right to free speech.
If you don't go over there right now, I will arrest you.
For what?
Which I don't want to do.
For
You're
what?
impeding my investigation.
That's physical, man. I'm not impeding anything.
Okay. Do you want to get over there or no, sir? I do not want to take you to
I'm
jail.
not doing anything. I'm on public property.
Impeding is a physical act, but under the threat of arrest.
As we can see, the tyrant is still perfectly capable of doing exactly what he was doing. Nobody is impeding him from doing it. Whether he's doing his job or just violating someone's rights is questionable, but nobody is impeding him from doing it.
Let's go. You're under arrest.
For what, man?
I told you to leave,
Whoa,
but you didn't
whoa,
want to
whoa,
leave.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Stop.
Whoa, 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 man. Hey,
Give me another pair of handcuffs.
I'm not resisting or anything.
Yeah, I know you know.
What am I getting arrested for?
You guys need to get back off too.
What am I getting arrested for? I'm on public
For
property.
impeding my, investigation.
Impeding investigation.
Yep.
What is that? What penal code is that?
PC 148.
148. That's 148A1.
Yep.
148.
That's Officer Singh with the Bakersfield Police Department arresting somebody for recording him on a public sidewalk. He can be heard verbally articulating that his victim is being arrested for violating California Penal Code 148. Specifically, he was arrested and cited with 148A, resisting, delaying, or obstructing a public officer or peace officer. If the officer had read a little further into the penal code, he would have arrived at 148G, which states that if a person is in a place, in public or where they can legally and lawfully be, recording the police, it does not constitute in and of itself interference with public duties. So the only question here is, did San Joaquin Jr. have the right to be right there on that public sidewalk? And the answer is yes, he did.
Send, what's your badge number?
Name and badge
Officer
number.
Singh, that's 1364.
1364?
Yep.
Can I see the hat?
Nope. That's it. I'm gonna keep. We're gonna put it with them.
Yeah, you better. You know that was an unlawful arrest, right? You just fucked up, dude.
Hey, we're gonna need you guys to stand back over here. When you're this close to us, you're impeding our investigation.
This is public property.
Okay? You guys can film, but we need you to go
I know-
over there.
I know we can,
okay?
Sanchez. I
So
know we
go
can.
ahead and go over there. Go ahead and go over there.
If I don't, are you gonna arrest me?
Yes, because you're
Yeah.
impeding my investigation.
No,
so go over there.
that's an unlawful arrest.
Okay?
It'd be
Go
another
over
one.
there. You're
All right.
impeding our investigation.
How far back
Okay?
do you want me?
Until you see that cone over there? Right where that cone's at.
Aren't you guys supposed to
Just do your fucking job, bitch.
supposed to tape it off?
Just do your job, bitch.
It's ridiculous that Section G even had to be added into the penal code, but it did have to be added in because so many ignorant cops were arresting people for exercising their right to record. If these guys have a lawyer that's worth any shits at all, which to be quite honest is very difficult to find, they would put this ignorant pig on the stand and make him articulate exactly how somebody recording him makes it impossible for him to do his job. I've heard some people say that in California, interference doesn't have to be physical. And if you have a shitty lawyer, then that's probably true. The truth is that the courts can convict you of anything, whether you're guilty or not. And if your own lawyer is trying to help them do it, it makes it that much easier. But I don't think that any reasonable, rational person in the private sector would ever be able to get away with telling his boss, "Sorry, I couldn't do my job because someone was watching me." Now let's try to put this how close can or should we be to police while recording them into perspective. The purpose of recording the police is to get both video and audio of what's actually going on. San Joaquin Jr. and friends were recording what seemed to be nonviolent arrest from this distance where they could see and hear exactly what was going on, but were not in the way where they were physically preventing officers from doing whatever they wanted to. They appear to have given even more distance than the people who recorded this internationally known incident in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But under threat of violence, they are told to go back far enough that they cannot see, hear, or record what is going on. If the people that recorded the Minneapolis incident were able to be pushed back that far by the police, then the recording that convicted a police officer of murder never would have existed. And if you were being honest with yourself at all, you would know that that is exactly why the police try to dictate where you can or cannot stand while you record them. I've personally been out recording police where they've told us that we all have to stand on one side and that we cannot surround them. Now, if I was a cop that wanted to plant drugs on someone, I would also want all the cameras on one side so that I could plant these drugs on the other side.
Ooh, what's this? I found this planted on you.
That is the bag of weed that I gave you this morning. Read the note on the back.
We're proud of you, son. You're the most retarded policeman ever.
Throughout the duration of the stop, the guys who had not been arrested gradually moved back in closer and closer.
These officers can't handle a First Amendment protected activity. They think they own the property. Do you know the First Amendment, Sanchez?
But a supervisor had already told these guys that they fucked up big time, and therefore they were not willing to make any more unlawful arrests at this particular time.
Hey, Davenport, can you let me know the statute on safe distance, please?
I don't have to.
Okay, can you give me your badge number?
Name and badge number.
Name and badge number. It's what you determined?
Yes.
All right, what's your badge number?
Name and badge number.
934. You know what the First Amendment is? Of course you don't.
Not paying your bills today, bro.
Yeah, sure. Let your ego get out of your head, bud.
You guys are funny.
Yeah. Whatever. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Hey, dip.
Just so everyone at home knows, there is no statute on safe distance, and these guys recording are not stupid. They know the answer to the questions before they ask them. They just want the cops to answer.
Carrie. Hey, do you know exactly what they arrested him for?
The guy that was with you?
Yeah. 148 what? 148 A1? A1? Do you know interference is a physical act? Well, can you at least let me know the statute on safe distance? Because I mean, from the looks of it, we're on public property.
Yeah, the way that it works, there's a distance that they're supposed to give you. Tell you to wait over there. Come over here, you're interfering with my investigation, and if the clock gets close, then they can make the arrest.
Do you know the First Amendment?
So what's the difference between me and him? We were with them right there too.
So is this a safe distance right here?
I feel safe.
Yeah. So what's Officer Singh's problem? Does he not feel safe? Is it an officer safety issue? There was no investigation being impeded. You guys already had the lady in cuffs. She was already in the car. That's an ego problem. Now Officer Singh is going to lose his qualified immunity in a lawsuit. That was dumb of him.
He knows we're wrong.
Do you know that? You obviously know what qualified immunity is. You're a police officer.
Yeah, because had issues, you guys could talk to the sergeant. So you're not going to talk to you guys.
Oh, trust me. There's going to be complaints filed on every single officer here.
We'll be over there. We'll be over there. Don't you worry.
And we're going to follow up with litigation. We have to. That was an unlawful arrest. Officer Singh, how long has he been on the force? Do you know? You're not exactly sure? How long have you been on the force, Terry? 10 years?
10 years.
I gotta say, this was the only cop on scene that made any attempt to be decent and talk to these cameramen like the human beings that they are. But it does sound like Bakersfield police are trained to believe that they do get to tell people where they can or can't record from, when on the contrary, the statute clearly articulates that anywhere that you can legally be, you can also legally record. Contact information for the Bakersfield Police Department is in the description and the pinned comment below, along with the link to this full video. We all talk about getting rid of qualified immunity, which is definitely a great idea. But I think that if cops had to face criminal charges, the same as anybody else would for kidnapping such as this, that it would stop immediately. To me, the only answer is criminal charges on cops for criminal behavior.